Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Reviews. I'm your host, the Future Keybearer. Fun fact, did you know that there was actually more content in the English release of Kingdom Hearts than in the original Japanese release? Specifically, there were more boss fights. We got the optional fights against Sephiroth, Ice Titan, and Kurtz's the Heartless. And from what I understand, the Japanese fans were pissed. So, in order to appease them, Neman released the then Japan exclusive Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Yeah, I'm sure that's how it went. Okay, Final Mix is essentially the director's cut. It has all the additions that the English version had, including the English voice acting for some reason. Yeah, everything is written in Japanese, but all the spoken dialogue is in English. Now, this wouldn't be so weird if the game was doing what most JRPGs do today, and have both the Japanese and English voice acting, but it doesn't. It just has the English. There's a whole slew of other additions to this version of the game, starting with the Heartless. Most of the Heartless get new colorings, and most of them aren't any better or worse than the original. The only exceptions to this are the Guard Armor, the Trickmaster, and the Gargoyle of all things. Guard Armor and Gargoyle are too colorful. They're not as threatening as they used to be. And the Trickmaster is too pink.
Too much pink energy is dangerous.
There are also new special Heartless that have different conditions for defeating them. They are a pain in the ass. There's no in-game way to know how to beat most of them, and they will kick your ass the first time you come across each of them. Not to mention the only rewards you get for beating them are synthesis items. There's a new optional boss fight against a being called the Unknown. No, not that Unknown. Though I won't lie, that would be interesting. And yes, future games make it obvious who this guy is. And no, despite the fact that he wields red lightsabers, he is not Darth Vader. Come to think of it, none of us should have really been surprised when Disney bought Lucasfilms. There are also new cutscenes added to the game that mostly show Riku's side of the story. It's kind of weird though, due to the fact that there's no voice acting in this scene. I mean, I understand why. The rest of the game uses the English voices, and there's no way that we're going to get the English voice actors for a Japan-exclusive game. And honestly, I have no idea why these scenes weren't in the original game to begin with. There was also an extended secret ending that was a concept trailer for the sequel. It was badass. Speaking of cutscenes, they also added the ability to skip them. If you've never played the original version of the game, you have no idea how much of a godsend this is. The only other notable change is that they changed the difficulty settings. In the original, there was just normal and expert, whereas this game has Final Mix Beginner, Final Mix, and Final Mix Proud. Because Beginner, Standard, and Proud were not descriptive enough. And yes, I know that there are other additions to the game, including abilities, weapons, and other such items, but really, they're kind of small potatoes compared to the stuff that I've already mentioned. In the end, what can I say about Final Mix other than it's the superior version? There's more gameplay, more story, just more. It's not perfect, but then again, neither was the original version. Speaking of which, join me next time as I go over my final thoughts on the overall game. Hey, did you like the video? Want to see more of them come out more frequently? Then consider donating to Those Dudes with a Hat Patreon. For just $1 a month, you get access to Patreon exclusive posts that include production updates and answering of viewer questions. Higher tier rewards including me advertising your URL and getting your review request reviewed by me. You can check out the Patreon page for more details, and if we can get close to my goal, then I can turn making videos into a part-time job.